over in that third base box for Oklahoma. Here's Jada Coleman. One of the toughest outs in the game. She has reached base safely in all 51 of their contests. And I think they have just called Coleman out for stepping out of the batter's box.
This came from Megan Rabin actually out on the field. Usually you see this call come from home plate just because they have the view. We saw Jada Coleman do this yesterday. Come out of the batter's box. She clearly does it there to try to reach a pitch way away. And we saw this yesterday. It was not called. That back foot out of the batter's box, illegal. She is shocked, which surprises me.
There was a bit of a controversy, of course, yesterday with the chalk of the batter's box. That was watched very closely earlier pregame. It looks to be correct. Heather Tarr and Washington thought that it was not the full 6 inches away from home plate. There were 3 hit batters in the first inning, resulting in a run for OU. And a good conversation Heather had with the grounds crew here at Marita Hines Field pregame. All is well between the two sides. And score that 2U in your scorebook. Jada Coleman, you cannot have any part of your foot outside the batter's box upon contact. But now it's back to the right side for the catcher, Kinsey Hansen.
Well, it's interesting, the defensive formation for Washington. When Coleman was up, they were pulled in, obviously, with no outs. Now, with 1 out, looking at double play depth. So the middles, Bates and Atley, looking for something hard up the middle to potentially turn 2 with a right-handed batter up.
Bates is your Pac-12 Defensive Player of the Year, 3 straight years running. A bit of... Hansen still with an RBI opportunity as Alo took second base on the wild pitch. Kinsey on a 7-game hitting streak. Chopped to short, that'll drive Bates onto the grass. Couldn't get her footing, and Hansen is aboard.
Don't you enjoy presentations? Try Canva Presentations.
In the Sooner State, because both Oklahoma and Oklahoma State with wins today would both be in the Women's College World Series, and they would both be on the same side of the bracket. Bedlam. There's the 1-0 to Grace Lyons. Junior shortstop from Peoria, Arizona. 14 home runs, 51 runs batted in, and in the last 2 games, she's a .500 hitter.
This is your 6th hole. I know we've been saying it, but it keeps on coming. There isn't that relief of like, okay, we get to some easier batters when you get to the bottom. They all have the pop, the consistency.
Lyons slices that one the opposite way. Tiara Jennings started it with a double, and then Alo and Hansen infield hits. Jennings scoring on a wild pitch for the 1-0 lead.
I do have to say, I think one adjustment, Washington and Gabby Plain and talking about the game yesterday, something that we noticed is how aggressive this offense has been against her. I mean, they are swinging at all pitches. Maybe part of the reason why she had the wild pitch, trying to get everything way out of the zone.
1-2 to Grace.
To your point, Jess, some really good pitchers, they either freeze you or they chase you. And
course, on the other side, the party atmosphere for the Oklahoma Sooners as they continue a quest. They're already in the conversation as being one of the best ever. Trying to solidify that with a national championship next week. Bates, base hit versus number 320 for the all-time hits leader at UW.
It's a big exhale on first base. Huge exhale. This atmosphere, this feel, 2 strikes and you just put the ball in play. Is a beautiful job. Gosh, textbook slap to take a pitch away, drive it up the middle. The Huskies live to see another at bat.
And she'll pass that bat to Bailey Klingler. An RBI single in the third for Bailey. From the start, it was such a tough position to be put in, and the conversations will continue long into the offseason. How in the world Washington got a 16 seed? But they have embraced the mantra of their pitcher, Gabby Plain, and the Australian expression coming to Norman, giving it a red-hot go. Certainly would hope to see her Aussie this summer at the Tokyo Olympiad.
She's got a lot more ahead of her. She'll actually join Danielle Laurie. Will be there for Team Canada. That's great.
She was in the running for Team USA.
Heather Tarr, one of the assistant coaches for the United States. Once again, down to their last strike, and they're on their feet.
Of course, it comes back to the senior for Oklahoma. You talk so much about what she's meant to this team. Nicole Mendez out in right field, making that last catch. Not an easy one. I mean, this looked like a double all the way she leaps to make the grab for the last out. So the dog pile begins in the outfield and not the circle.
They join Georgia on the left side of the bracket.